Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be showing you how to navigate scriptures right inside of Freeshow. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so if you haven't watched my video on how to create collections of scriptures, like to combining two Bible versions together, I'm going to add a link around the video for you to have a look. All right, so now if you want to get really fast with navigating scripture in Freeshow, there are different options. However, I'm going to start from the slowest from the basic level, then to a pretty much faster way to navigate scripture. Now if it's just your first time, this will probably be the way you would navigate your scripture. So the first way is just by clicking on the Bible version, click on the book, click on the chapter, and just double click on the verse. So it's going to display the scripture, and if you use this arrow here, it's going to go to the next verse, to the next verse, to the next verse, just like that. And you can even use the what do you call it now, you can, if you try to use the your keyboard, you discover that it's not working. So you just have to keep clicking on this button, or just use this arrow right here to go to the next slide, to the next slide, to the next slide. I just hope something will be done, or probably there's a way. If you think there's a way around how to use the keyboard to navigate that, you can let me know in the comment section. I will appreciate that. All right, so that's the first way. Now another way to navigate scripture is, you can just click on this. You've got different options here, which we are currently in the list view, and now we've got the grid view. So in this grid view now, can you see we're in the grid view? So in this view now, you can just easily just click scripture. Instead of scrolling up and down, you can just come over to Exodus, go to the chapter here, and then go to the verse right here. For the book of Psalms, book of Psalms is here, and it's pretty long. Let's say Psalm 119 verse, let's say 151. Are they being, we are in the list view, for example, and you're going to the book of Psalms, I know you probably have to scroll down. Sometimes you might have scrolled past it, and let's say 119, and then you want to scroll again. It's going to really take time. So but in the grid view, it kind of gets pretty much easier for you to just go to the book of Psalm, go to 119, because everything is just laid out before you. 119, and then you just go to 150. So you display the scripture, and then keep on using the arrow to change the slide or to move to the next verse. Now the third way to really navigate scripture is what, if you have been using Easy Worship, that's the method people are used to, which is by using this search box here. So you can just quickly click on let's say the book of Acts. Once you click on, type the three alphabets, the first three words, it should give you the book straight up. Can you see? Just autofill the book, and then you just type in 10 verse 1, and then that's it. Just display the scripture. So 10 verse 2, display the scripture. Verse 3, display the scripture. Verse 4, like that, and so on. So those are easier ways on how to navigate scripture, and I think this is pretty fast because it's easier for you to just search Acts for, once you type few words. Romans, RO is already there. If you type Jude is already there. If you type Genesis, it's already there. If you type Deuteronomy, it's already there. Just few words. That's pretty fast. Just type in the chapter and then the verse. That's really fast. So, and another thing is, if you check these other options here, you will see some properties you could change. Verses on individual lines, split long verses. For example, if you got long verses, I think there was a particular verse like that. I think Acts 10 verse 3 is a verse 2 now. I think it was quite long. It's a 5. Sorry, that was a mistake. Acts 10, I think that should be let me try again. That's Acts 10. Yeah, so Acts 10, I don't see Act 10 5 or 6 or 4 or 3. Let's say Acts 10. Okay, it's highlighting all the old text. So there are some very long verses. I can't remember one right now. I think maybe Revelation or Revelation 22. Is it 22:7 or something? I think it's a long verse, or I don't know. But I know there's a particular verse that's this long. So if you go verses like that, you can split verses on a video. That is, instead of you having, let's say, 2 verses now, like that, you've got 14 to 15. If you click split to individual lines, it will separate those verses. It won't be mobbled together. So another thing is split long verses. So if you enable that, if you got verses that are very long, it's going to split them into bits. So for example, you got 7a, 7b, 8a, 8b. Can you see? So it splits them into bits. So I think that's a good option. I'll disable this, though it could be confusing at times. So verse number, if you want to add verse number to your scripture, take for example, so can you see this? Watch here. So if I enable this, verse number is going to display the number right here. So, and you've got other option as well. Show reference. If you want to show the book, the Bible book, so you've got the options right there as well. That is, if you want it to display the reference, is fine. It's going to display reference. If you disable it, can you see there's no reference right there? But it's better you show the reference. Then show version. If you want it to show the version of the Bible you are displaying, if you double click, can you see King James Version? So, and if you look right here, if you look at the arrangement, you see reference, then it has this enter, then you have version. That's why it seems they're on the separate line. But if you want it to be on the same line, just go edit it and just click delete, and then they are going to be on the same line. So if you double click again, they are just going to be side by side. And another thing you can do is you can decide to add a parenthesis to this other one, so that the version is inside a parenthesis. So if you double click, so it's going to add it in the bracket. So it's just pretty simple. And if you want to combine text, you can combine different text together. If you want to invert items, you can invert, let me see, invert items. I don't know what that is. Combine text. So you got a whole lot of options here to do. And then for the template, you can always change the template to whatever template you want. I've got several templates here. For me, I've got a lot of lower third template I've created. And if you are yet to watch my video on how to create custom templates, I'm going to add a link right here for you to watch, so that you can create your own template yourself. And let's say I designed this as well. I have designed a whole lot of them. So let's try this. So you double click, you see this lower third. This is pretty nice, you know, for online audience. Instead of covering the speaker, you just want to have something like a lower third, so that those who are online are able to check out. And if you're looking for how to send this right to your OBS such that you have this NDI view, you can check my video tutorial on how to connect Freeshow to NDI. I'm going to add a link to that also, either in the description or around. Just check around the video. That's all. So I think if you find this video helpful. If you find it helpful, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to this channel, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for watching this far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.